Hello. I was going to come out a little bit earlier, but I had a bit of a malfunction with my coat. I'm conscious that you've not seen me this week at all. So I thought I'd better apply myself to getting out and getting some work done. And it's a lovely, if cool, let me move then you're not blinding you, Saturday morning, and the tide's up. I'm just arranging my hood to keep the draft out because it's quite cool actually. So I thought I'd bring you out onto the beach for a little bit of a walk on the sands. I've got my wellies on, and I've got my bags ready. I've got a little tiny, making sure I don't drop them. I've got a little tiny black dog bag to put shells and pretty little things in, and I've got my beach combing bag as well to put any wood in that I might happen to find. Good morning, Thomas, and a happy new year to you too. It's absolutely gorgeous. I just had a malfunction with my coat. Put my old blue one on that is, well, it's old because it don't fit me. It's a little snug round the hips, shall we say. So the zip was stuck when I put it on. And then as I lifted my foot up to put my Wellington boot on, it went and burst. So I've had to run back for another coat. So I've had a bit of a zip malfunction. So I'm going to turn it round and then we can look at the view, and I'm going to take you for a walk on this lovely, lovely beach. But we're going to go this way, I think. I think we'll go for a walk this way, and we'll go and see what's washed up and see this beautiful sea on a Saturday morning. It's a lovely morning. It's been raining this morning. In fact, you can just see the rain clouds, look, going over the back there, over the back of the houses. And when they were over the water, it was chucking it down. So I thought, well, that's no good. That's no good. I'm not going out in that. Much as I might love my YouTube followers. And this is where I start getting all nosy, because there's all sorts of stuff washed up. This is random plastic litter. Judging by the way that the writing's come off it, it's been there a long time. Loads of shells, bits of stuff and whatnot. So as I said, I've got my welly bobs on because I knew the tide was in. There you go, my feet. I knew the tide was in, and I knew there wouldn't be much beach, and I knew it would be really, really lovely. So I thought I'd bring you into the water rather than running about and getting my feet wet. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Isn't that just lovely? When I come back, I've got my spotter book in my pocket. So I thought I'd do another video coming back, looking to see what we find and what we pick up. But I'll upload that later because you don't get the quality of the broadcast. It's difficult. These pebbles are awful to walk on. So you end up going wibbly wobbly and going all over the place. Oh, I say, don't go over my Wellington boots. So you end up with a bit of a cockeyed, wonky walk when it's live, because it doesn't broadcast it at the same high resolution. But nevertheless, it's lovely. It's lovely to be experiencing it at the time that it's happening. I'm just laughing when I said that about my wellies, because the other night, I can't remember, something came on the telly. I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been something to do with Shakespeare. Just as I'd got up to go to bed. So I stood there dramatically reciting Romeo and Juliet, that was it. Dramatically reciting this Romeo and Juliet thing. And Kevin said I look like Mary off Coronation Street when she's doing her amdrams. Just reminded me. It's just gorgeous. It's really lovely. Beautiful morning. Look how the beach builds up at this side of the groin. That's because we have a North Shore drift and the beach material tends to waft that way. Makes a big difference when you look along the line of the light and you get that beautiful blue sky, and then when you turn round and you're looking into the sun, it becomes all sort of artistic and moody looking. There's loads of razor shells. It must be a time for razor shells. This is sea foam, the famous sea foam of Cleveland's. I don't know what time high tide is, I've got no idea. I think it's possibly coming in, looking at it, at a guess. And the foam forms, it's not easy to say, when you get big waves like this and it whips the decaying algae in the seawater and it makes it into like a froth. Because you probably know, if you're interested in cooking and baking and whatnot, good morning Alison, if you're interested in cooking and baking and whatnot, you probably know that seaweed is used as a thickener. Only they put alginate on the ingredients, they don't put seaweed, because that would turn everybody off, wouldn't it? So I'm going to take you up to the cafe. Can you see these little birds? Can you just see them walking? Let me see if I can zoom in and show you. There's three. Oh, they've gone off. They've gone off a little bit in front. There's one here, just on the edge of the water. It's just flown off. They're really cute. The turnstones, and I think most of them are migratory, but you get a few that sort of live here, and they just pottle up and down, and they're right used to people, and you can get right close to them. They're lovely little things, looking for the dinner. So we've got 40 people watching us. So where are you all watching from? I've got my glasses on. So when you start putting your comments up, I'll read them out. And we'll see where we've got our audience from this morning. Oh, there we go, look. I got a bit too close and it's flown off. Because Cleveland's is about in the middle of the country really, isn't it? So Alison's in Altrincham, which is, if my geography is not too bad, it's not a right long way that way-ish. I tell you, I'm geographically challenged. We've got Sue in Doncaster. Good morning, Sue. Katie's in Telford. Michelle, Royal Forest of Dean. Leslie is in Hyde in Cheshire. So we're all over the place. We're all over the place. And what's the weather like where you are? Is it glorious like this, or is it tipping it down like this big black cloud was doing earlier on? This one that's retreating and disappearing over the horizon. Just winter would be fine if it stopped like this all the time, wouldn't it? We need sunny winter days. We've got Sue and Frank watching from sunny Wigan. It's sunny in Wigan. They're having a nice day. That cloud looks a lot blacker on the screen than it does in reality. It looks dark grey to look at, and on the screen it looks quite black. Stirling. Maureen's in Stirling. I put my teeth in. She says it's dry at the moment and quite mild. It's gorgeous here. Oh, it's just gone behind that cloud, look. Naughty cloud. Well, at least we can see what we're looking at a bit better now. It's that noise. I just love that noise. When it bangs against the pebbles and then drains back. Fred's in Accrington, where it's raining again. You make very good bricks in Accrington, don't you, Fred? We could do some Accrington bricks in our house, I think. We're all wearing away. Cloudy and a bit windy for Alison this morning. I've been doing some, Nana says the sound of the sea is very calming. It's beautiful. It's just lovely to listen to. I've been doing some administration stuff this morning, so I was up and about quite late. And I saw the sunshine and I thought, right, I'm off out onto the beach. We'll go and see what's on the beach. Oh, there's a little bucket here, look. A little tiny yellow broken bucket. Oh, sunny Gran Canaria, Robert. What are you trying to do? Upset us all? I don't know. Shelley's watching and it's the first time she's commented. She's thinking about driving over to enjoy the reality. You'll do, so it's lovely. Shelley, so I think it's Shelley, weren't it? Oh dear. They're coming to take me away, haha. Oh, we're at the groin already. And Maureen's watching all the way from Cleveland's. I've heard it's very nice in Cleveland's, Maureen. Apparently it's a really nice town. Lots of nice, friendly people. Yes, it is live, Fred. Susan's watching from County Durham and it's raining there as well. Yes, Fred, it is live. I am on the beach. It's, I don't know, about 11:15, something like that. On Saturday morning. Don't ask me what date is it. Bill's watching from Nelson in Lancashire. We're truly cosmopolitan today. Can't go any further down. Oh, goodness me. Fred's in Birmingham in Alabama. Lordy Gordy. Yeah, it's Saturday morning. It's about 11:30 as I'm talking to you, Fred. Thank you, Sue. Sue wishes us all a happy new year. It's Cleveland's Beach, just a shade north of Blackpool in the UK. So you can just see some buildings down there. That is Blackpool's North Pier. So this is Cleveland's. And this cafe here that you're looking at with the egg whisks on top, Fred, it was recently used as a location for Star Wars. It features in the current Andor series, which has been on the telly at the moment. So there you go, we are famous. We have our own 2 minutes of fame and fortune. Cold and dry for Julie in Halifax. Oh goodness, sun's coming out and my eyes are running, so let me see if I can manage to... What sea is this? This is the Irish Sea, Fred. So over there, let me get my geography right. I reckon about over there is Islandish, and if you go that way, it's the Lake District and Cumbria. It's lovely. Morning, Crispy. We've got Crispy in the house. So watch your P's and Q's, people, or he'll be kicking you off. Crispy is our pro admin. And a very good job he does as well. It's gorgeous. They've just about finished doing the beach side of what they're doing here. They've built a new ramp. Is it close to the equator? No, Fred. UK is... Oh, goodness, now you're asking me. UK is next to Europe, and we're on the west coast, so we're on the left. So in fact, if I were to swim far enough and fast enough, America's over there somewhere, past Ireland. I'm not known for my geography, so if anybody's having hysterics at my geography lesson, apologies. There are lots of... Oh, I've just seen some sea glass. Look, it just glinted at me. We'll pick that one up because I'll never find it on my way back. It's 11:30 on Saturday morning, Fred. And it's lovely. So I thought I'd take you for a walk on the beach. Happy New Year to you too, Donna. Doesn't it feel a long time ago now? Is it the 7th today? I think, maybe. Something like that, isn't it? And it feels like ages since the new year. These rocks have all been moved. You can see this is a new clean concrete thing here. And the rocks have been moved while they do some work to the access ramp. And they're going back against the sea wall when they've finished. Only I've got my eye on some of them. Some of these little tidgy ones, these little bits, look. I've got my eye on. There's some more up here for our garden on Ruffley Road in Cleveland. Wesley says Happy New Year, Jane and the Terrible Two. The Terrible Two are both tucked up in the house. They are. So these rocks are all going back against that. For sea defence. This establishment, this fine establishment here is my local. That's the venue at Cleveland's. We were in there yesterday and they're having a makeover. So it's a bit like Bedlam at the minute because there's workmen everywhere and they are laying new floors, refurbishing all the furniture, decorating everything, putting new trimmings up. Looks very posh. It's going to be finished this time next week. Don't go down my welly. If you don't mind, I just nearly got overtopped by a wave then. Right, we'll go around this corner and I'll show you the beautiful view. Let me climb the steps. You find out how fit you're not when you start climbing these steps. I think I could do it running up and down them about 60 times. So this metal thing, if anybody's not familiar with it, that's sticking up out of the water is Mary's shell. Brandon's on his way. I've encouraged him. I've encouraged him to come for a day out. This is Mary's shell. Is it safe from storms? Yeah, it's not bad at all actually, Fred. It's well protected with all these sea revetments and sea walls. And I live somewhere down there. And that beach is a good beach because it's a good natural sea defence. So it's not too bad. There's a lot of places a lot worse. This looks like somebody photographing waves at high tide. It's very popular. In fact, now you can see Blackpool Tower, look. Now we've come round that corner. Let me zoom in and show you. This might all go a bit blurred. Can you see it? Just at the back of the steps. So that's North Pier at the very right hand side. You can see the tower and the building just above this guy's head is the Norbreck Castle Hotel. Yeah, people are lovely here, Fred. It's a really nice place to live. It's friendly. Got loads of good volunteers, of which I am one. We look after the town and keep it clean and tidy and pretty looking. Got plenty of shops. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's a beautiful place. Why are you going to emigrate from Alabama? Come to live in Cleveland. What a lovely day. So just over here is the main road into Cleveland. I'll just show you over the wall because it's not as interesting that way as it is where we are. So this is what they're doing. They're putting some stabilisation rocks and groins and things in to look after the sea wall and protect from flooding. So all this that's going off out here is is to do with that. It's all temporary. It'll be done in 2 or 3 weeks. So this is the main road into Cleveland, that way. Yeah, people have boats. There's a little at the side, just down there at the side of the venue, just down in the gardens. There's a leisure angling club, so people take the little boats out on tractors and go out fishing. There's a dock at harbour, which is not especially busy with commercial trade, but people use it for pleasure boats. It's lovely. It's a beautiful place to live. And you can see when you stand here and watch it, the steps, the design of these steps, it just saps all the energy out of the water. And if I'd got enough energy to walk all the way to the other end of Cleveland seafront, you see the difference between this and the next bit, because the waves come up quite big at the next bit. Yeah, people drive electric cars. We've got all mod cons. Oh, thank you, Stephen. Stephen's just done me a super sticker, which is a donation you can make to support our channel. Very kind of you. Thank you ever so much, sir. Really appreciate that. Stephen's one of our super fans. He's one of our super fans. He's particularly partial to the driftwood cottages that I make. So all those cottages that you've bought over the years, Stephen, they've all been collected in their raw form from this beach. I'm just laughing at that last comment. Yeah, we're quite civilised. It's not out of Mongolia. We eat chips and go to the pub and do all that kind of stuff. How funny that, John. Yes, I will go to Happy Days as well. In fact, I got a Christmas card yesterday that somebody had sent from America. A friend, a family friend, not a viewer. So I think that's got to be a record. It's got to be a record. We've made Fred laugh, look. We've got a sense of humour. We've got dogs. We've got electric cars, solar panels, chips, beer. We've got all mod cons. We've got washing machines, street lights. Gorgeous, isn't it? Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then in another 6 or 8 hours, it'll all go back out again and it'll all be dry. Right, lovely people, don't forget, we'll be doing, don't forget we'll be doing Brew at 2 on Tuesday. Yeah, we've got indoor bathrooms and central heating. Don't use a bucket at the bottom of the garden. We'll be doing Brew at 2 on Tuesday, so if you've never watched that before, if you've come here for the first time, you might enjoy that, Fred. I don't know whether you get the humour. 2 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, we shall be putting the kettle on for a mad hour with the other two, with my dad and my hubby. Right, my loves, I shall love you and leave you on that oh, hold on, I'm stuck in my wire. On that splendid view. And I will see you very soon. Bye for now. I'm still laughing at Joan and her inside toilet.